So, we're now down on our last module, which is for derivatives. For the overview, we'll discuss hedging, derivatives, its advantages and disadvantages, and the classes of derivatives. And of course, paano sila i-account. Hedging, ano ba siya? It's a risk management strategy to minimize risk. Yun siya actually. So, yun yung purpose ng hedging. Gusto nating i-hedge or i-protect yung sarili natin from further or unlimited losses. Kumbaga hanggang dito lang yung kaya kong i-absorb na loss, hanggang dito lang yung kaya kong ipa-hedge. Okay, so ano ba yung derivatives? Derivatives are secondary securities whose value is solely based or derived on the value of a primary security that they are linked to, called the underlying. So meron kang underlying, tapos may nakakabit na security doon na pwedeng magbago yung value niya. Ang tawag doon, derivative. Sabi ni Warren Buffett, derivatives are financial weapons of mass destruction, carrying dangers that, while now latent, are potentially lethal. So, ganun yung we all know who Warren Buffett is. And for him to say, ito yung one of the most famous quotes from Warren Buffett talaga. Kasi sabi nga niya, derivatives, ganun kalaki yung pwedeng maging impact niya. It can be potentially lethal. Okay, derivative financial instruments, ano ba siya? There are actually 3 qualifications. Number 1, its value changes in response to an underlying. Pwedeng interest rate, presyo ng isang financial instrument like stocks, debt securities, commodity price like wheat, ano pa ba, fuel, yun yung mga usual na commodities na hine-hedge natin. Foreign exchange rate, index of prices or rates, credit rating or credit index. Okay. And then it requires no initial net investment or maliit na initial investment. In the case of options, pwede kang merong binabayarang maliit na halaga to enter into an options contract. And last, it is settled at a future date. It does not matter whether the settlement is gross or net. Kasi pwedeng sa isang kontrata, gross settlement or net settlement. Later on, we'll discuss ano ba yung gross settlement and net settlement. So, bakit ba yung mga tao, bakit ba na-invento tong derivatives na to? So, there are actually advantages. Number 1 is hedging risk exposure. So, para ma-minimize mo yung risk mo, hanggang dito lang yung kaya kong risk. Underlying asset price determination is also a subsequent advantage of having derivatives kasi nalalaman mo yung price nung underlying mo. Market efficiency and access to unavailable assets or market. Like for example, sa Philippines, usually ang active market lang dito for stocks and debt securities. Pero pagdating sa mga commodities, wala masyadong trading. So, nalalaman mo through the use of derivatives. Disadvantages, it's high risk. Diba? Unlimited risk mo kasi dito, pwedeng unlimited loss. So, kapag ikaw yung mag-absorb ng risk. It has speculative features. So, hindi siya katulad ng halimbawa, pag nagtrabaho ako, magkikita ako ng ganito. Hindi It's actually, you don't know what's gonna happen. Counterparty risk, pwedeng si counterparty mo, hindi niya to pa rin yung provisions ng derivatives nyo. Okay, there are 3 hedge accounting models. Fair value hedge, cash flow hedge, and then net investment in foreign operation. We'll focus on the fair value hedge and focus cash flow hedge later on. So, pag nag-solve tayo ng problems, we'll discuss more about it. Saka paano siya i-account kasi doon natin mas magigets. Pero ito, ano ba yung hedging versus hedge accounting? Hedging is when you enter into a hedge transaction. Meaning, meron kang derivative. Hedge accounting is actually optional. Pag nag-hedging ka, pwedeng it's covered, you'll record it under hedge accounting, pwede ring hindi. Okay? And then, may mga qualifications para mag-hedge accounting ka. The main advantage of documenting your hedging transaction as hedge accounting is kaya mong mag-recognize through OCI for certain qualification. So, titingnan natin yan mamaya pag nag-accounting na tayo. Pag nag-sample tayo ng problems. For the classes of derivatives, basically there are 2. Number 1 is lock, the other one is options. Sa lock muna tayo. So, for lock, pwede siyang futures or forwards, pwede siyang swap. Pag lock kasi required, as in, sure ka na at the end of the term nung hedge relationship nyo, meron kang dapat gawin. So, kapag futures or forwards, it's a contract to buy or sell. So, after the hedge relationship, may bibilhin ka or ibebenta. Okay. Ang pinagkaiba lang ng futures versus forwards, futures are actually forwards that are traded in a futures market. Okay. Si futures traded, si forwards, usually it's a private contract between a company and a bank. Okay. Si swap naman, kung dun sa futures forwards, bibili or magbebenta ka, kay swap magpapalit kayo. Like interest rates, commodities, or currencies. Yung pinagpapalit nyo. The other class of derivative is options. Options, hindi ka required na bumili or magbenta, pero depende kung ano yung magiging movement ng market price versus the strike price. Kung magkakaroon ka ng intrinsic value, so you will buy or sell. Depende. Okay, mag-example tayo. For number 1, forwards contract ito for foreign exchange and no hedge accounting muna. So, on December 1, si ABC Company purchased from a Thailand firm an inventory costing 10,000 baht. Payment is due January 15, 2021. Also on December 1, ABC Company entered into a foreign exchange forward to buy 10,000 baht on January 15, 2021. So, ang underlying mo dito is your purchase of inventory. It's your hedge item. Okay, ito yung hine-hedge mo, yung binili mong item. Your hedging instrument is the forward contract. Okay, ang notional amount mo dito is the 10,000 baht. The notional amount is your underlying. Okay, sabi natin from our previous module, meron tayong foreign currency transactions. The purchase of the inventory, the hedge item, is accordingly accounted for under that past 21. So, tingnan natin yung entry. So, bumili ka ng inventory, 10,000 baht, pero babayaran mo on a later date. So, on December 1, bumili ka. So, meron kang entry na debit inventory, credit accounts payable, na itatranslate mo using the spot rate at the date of transaction, which is 1.3. The spot rate on December 1. That's 13,000. Tapos, December 31, i-remeasure mo si payable kasi siya yung monetary item mo. Sa inventory, hindi mo na siya kailangang i-remeasure because it's a non-monetary item. So, si payable, ano ba nangyari? At i-remeasure mo siya again based on the spot rate. From 1.3, naging 1.42 siya. So, dati 1.3 lang babayaran mo. Ang mangyayari, ang babayaran mo na 1.42. Tataas ang payable mo. Kikita ka doon or lulugi? Malulugi ka. That's why, ang entry mo is debit forex loss, credit accounts payable for the difference no spot rate, 1.42 minus 1.3, times the notional amount of 10,000 baht. That's 1,200. And then, finally, nung nagbayad ka na, from the spot rate of 1.42 nung last measurement date mo, up to the date of payment na 1.4 yung spot rate mo. So, tumaas or bumaba yung babayaran mo? Bumaba yung babayaran mo. That's why meron kang gain, which is the difference nung movement. 1.42 minus 1.4 times the notional amount of 10,000. That's 200 forex gain. Credit. Tapos, debit mo yung cumulative amounts na na-record mo sa accounts payable, which is 13,000 plus 1,200. That's 14,200. Then, credit cash for the actual cash na binayaran mo, which is based on the spot rate. 1.4 times 10,000 baht. Now, hiniwalay ko yung entrada mo sa forward contract kasi ibang tao yung counterparty mo dito. Usually, you'll enter with the financial institution, kunwari bank, ganyan, to enter into a forward contract. So, nung December 1, nag-enter ka into a forward contract, meron kang debit forward contract receivable, credit forward contract payable, which is based on the forward rate. Yung forward rate, sinasabi lang niya na ang spot rate mo, ang foreign exchange as of December 1 is 1.3. Pero, kapag sinabi mo na bibili ka ng forex, ilang days ba to? 45 days, more or less. 30 days for December, 15 days for January. So, 45-day forward rate as of December 1 is 1.36. Kaya, ang kukunin mong rate for the forward contract is the forward rate. Tapos, since diba, bibili ka ng 10,000 baht, yung payable portion, yun yung fixed mo. Ang gagalaw mo lang sa mga succeeding entries mo, yung forward contract receivable. Kapag gumalaw yung forward rate mo. So, on December 31, 2020, ang sabi, the 15-day, dati nung December 1, that's 45-day forward rate, 1.36. Pagdating mo ng December 31, 15 days na lang natitira towards the payment date. Ang forward rate mo na is 1.43. That's why, i-remeasure mo siya from 1.36. So, igagalaw mo si foreign currency receivable mo. Diba, bibili ka ng 10,000 baht. Dati, bibilin mo siya ng 1.36. Ngayon, bibilin mo siya ng 1.43. Okay. The difference of 1.43 minus 1.36 is forward contract receivable 700, credit forex gain 700. So makikita mo actually pagdating dun sa forward contract mo, baliktad yung effect niya. Kung nag-forex loss ka dun sa underlying mo, dun sa hedge item mo, dun sa hedge item nag-forex loss ka, baliktad yung effect mo sa forward contract, magi-gain ka. Nakita mo yun na offset niya yung dapat 1,200 yung loss mo eh. Pero nagkaroon ka ng maliit na gain 700. So hindi todong 1,200 yung naging loss mo. Na offset siya at some point. Okay? And then finally, pagdating mo ng January 15, yung forward rate mo, that's magi-equal na siya sa spot rate kasi 0-day forward rate na ito. Kaya magi-equal na siya. So, from 1.43, you'll remeasure your forward contract to 1.40. You'll have debit for forex loss, 300. Credit. Forward contract receivable, 300. And then, magkakaroon ka ng net settlement. Remember kanina may sinabi tayong gross settlement or net settlement. Usually, net settlement yung nagiging setup pagdating sa forward contract. Ito yung sample ng net settlement. Nag-debit ka ng foreign currency payable 13.6, yung setup mo nung unang-una. Credit ka ng forward contract receivable 14,400, yung cumulative amount ng forward contract receivable mo. Then, debit ka ng cash. So, ang na-receive mo, neto na lang, 400. Pero kapag ang na-receive mo ay total na 14,000, tapos magbabayad ka ng 13,600, ang tawag doon, gross settlement. So, it doesn't matter, pagdating sa accounting, it doesn't matter whether it's net settlement or gross settlement. Okay? So, in this case, ang scenario na pinakita natin, net settlement na lang. Okay? For the next problem, kung kanina bibili ka, ngayon naman magbebenta ka. Forward to sell 10,000 baht. Same given. Journalize the above transaction. So, ang magbabago naman, instead of purchase of inventories, meron kang sales as your hedge item. And then, meron ka pa ding forward contract. So, ang entry mo as of December 1 is debit AR credit sales based on the spot rate on the date of transaction. Then, you'll remeasure your receivable. Tataas yung receivable mo from 1.3 to 1.42. So, meron kang forex gain. Then, the settlement, yung ma-receive mo siya at 1.4 na spot rate. So, that's debit cash, 14,000. Debit forex loss for the difference nung last remeasurement mo. For the forward contract side, ang fixed naman ngayon is the forward contract receivable. Kanina payable, diba? Ngayon, receivable yung fixed. Tapos ang gagalawin natin sa remeasurement is the forward contract payable. Kaya, nung nagkaroon ka ng forex loss na 700, ang credit mo is the forward contract payable. Nung nag-gain ka, debit ka naman ng forward contract payable. And then, for your net settlement, magbayad ka ng cash for the difference between the forward contract receivable and forward contract payable. Again, the same concept kanina. Kung makikita mo nung December 31 nung nagre-measure ka, dun sa hedge item, meron kang forex gain na 1-2. Pagdating dun sa forward contract, meron kang forex loss na 700. So, your net forex gain is 500. And the same way, nung nag-remeasure ka din ng January 15. Okay? For your next problem, unrecognized firm commitment under fair value hedge. Sabi natin, di ba tatlo yun? We'll discuss dalawa lang muna. Fair value hedge and the cash flow hedge. In this example, fair value hedge siya. Pag sinabi mo kasing firm commitment, ito yung tinatawag mo din na perfect hedging. Okay? Kanina mapapansin mo, yung gain mo sa hedge item, hindi siya equal dun sa loss mo sa hedging instrument. Okay? Pagdating sa firm commitment, equal sila. So, ang papasok sa P&L mo, zero na forex gain or loss. Ang tawag doon, perfect hedging. So, that's for your unrecognized firm commitment or firm commitment. Okay? Ang sabi dito, malalaman mo na firm commitment siya kasi sinabi nga the purchase order is non-cancelable. Firm commitment kasi it's a future commitment. Okay? Future, like in this example, nag-order ka ng inventory, tapos non-cancelable yung order mo. So, whether you like it or not, marireceive mo siya at babayaran mo siya at the same time on January 15. Requirement, journalize, assuming designated as a fair value hedge. Okay, pag fair value hedge, ganito, i-measure mo si hedging instrument, which is your forward contract at fair value. Any difference sa remeasurements mo, laging profit or loss. Buo, profit or loss. Okay, doon tayo sa firm commitment. So, nung December 1, nung nag-order ka, wala ka munang entry kasi nag-order ka pa lang naman nun eh. Magkakaroon ka ng entry on December 31 pag nire-measure mo siya. Which is, dun sa firm commitment mo, meron ka, ang gamitin mong remeasurement is the movement in the forward rate. Dati 0.53, magiging 0.58 mo siya babayaran. So, you have loss kasi tataas. Debit loss on firm commitment, 50,000. Credit firm commitment, 50,000. Your firm commitment will be a liability account. Pwede siyang, ang account na tawag mo dyan is the firm commitment liability. Pwedeng ganon. So, kapag asset naman siya, firm commitment receivable. Okay? For your forward contract entry, meron kang debit forward contract receivable for the same amount, yung movement mo ng forward rate. Credit ka gain on forward contract. Okay? So, yung loss on firm commitment mo is equal, exactly the same amount of your gain on forward contract. Kaya, meron kang perfect hedging. Kasi ang effect niya sa P&L mo, 0. On January 15, 2021, meron kang remeasurement ulit na from 0.58 na forward rate, magiging 0.57. So, pabawi naman. So, bababa naman yung babayaran mo. So, meron kang gain on firm commitment, 10,000, which is equal to your loss on forward contract, 10,000. And then, January 15, na-receive mo na din, diba? Na-receive saka binayaran mo na. Na-receive mo yung inventory at the same time binayaran mo siya. Magkano mo siya binayaran? At the spot rate, 0.57. Spot rate as of January 15, 2021. So, 0.57 times 1 million yen is 570,000. Credit cash. Debit inventory dun sa forward rate mo at the date na nag-order ka ng non-cancelable purchase order. So, nilock mo yung presyo, yung firm commitment is nilock mo yung presyo nung inventaryo mo dun sa forward rate as of the date na nag-order ka. That's 0.53 times 1 million yen. 530,000. And then, the difference will be yung balance mo ng firm commitment, which is 40,000 para magsasara siya. So, neto, 0 yung sa firm commitment mo. Okay? And then, nagbayad ka ng cash na 570. At the same time, makaka-receive ka ng cash na 40,000 dun sa forward contract mo. Which is, iba kasi, kaya hiniwalay ko siya ng entry. Kasi iba ang katransact mo sa forward contract. Usually, it's with a financial institution. Sa firm commitment, yan yung vendor, yung seller, yung supplier mo, na Japanese firm in this example. Okay? What if naman cash flow hedge? It's the same problem except that cash flow hedge siya. Kapag cash flow hedge kasi, same din naman as of date na nag-order ka, December 1, 2020, no entry. Pero ang pinagkaiba lang nila, pagdating mo ng December 31, 2020, no need to remeasure the firm commitment kapag cash flow hedge. Ang i-remeasure mo, si forward contract. Tapos yung gain or loss on remeasurement is not recognized within P&L. It's recognized within other comprehensive income. So, dun sa remeasurement mo, you have debit forward contract receivable 50,000, credit your other comprehensive income 50,000. Then, on January 15, at the date of settlement, remeasure mo ulit siya. From 0.58, naging 0.57 yung forward rate mo. So, debit ka other comprehensive income 10,000, credit ka foreign currency receivable. And by the way, your other comprehensive income is presented within equity. Nasa equity mo siya as part of your reserves. And then, for the net settlement, you'll have debit cash, credit the forward contract receivable. For the firm commitment, ito lang yung entry mo. Nung date na na-receive mo yung inventories at nagbayad ka. Debit, nakalak pa rin yung inventory mo dun sa forward rate at the date na nag-order ka. That's 530,000. Credit ka pa rin cash kasi babayaran mo siya at spot rate 570,000. And then, yung difference, instead of forex gain or loss, hugutin mo yung nasa OCI mo, which is net of debit 40,000. So, yun yung firm commitment. Now, forecasted transaction, cash flow hedge. Forecasted transactions will always be accounted for under cash flow hedge. Okay. Forecasted transaction, hindi pa siya nangyayari. Hindi ka pa nag-order, hindi ka pa nagbebenta. Pero ina-anticipate mo lang na at some future time, mag-order or magbebenta ka. Okay. So, ang gagawin mo, you'll enter into a forward contract for a forecasted transaction. So, how do you account for that? Problem, ABC company anticipates that it will sell. So, ang forecasted transaction mo dito is a future sale for 1 million foreign currency unit at the end of August and will receive payment at the end of October. So, end of August, magbebenta. End of October, makaka-receive ka ng bayad. So, on May 1 is the time na na-forecast mo yung transaction na yun. So, May 1, ABC company enters a forward contract to sell. Kasi, di ba, makaka-receive ka ng payment na 1 million foreign currency unit. Gusto mo local currency. So, you'll enter into a forward contract na ibebenta mo yung marireceive mo na foreign currency unit na 1 million on October 31. ABC actually sells the merchandise on August 30 and receive payment for 1 million foreign currency units. So, nangyari naman yung forecasted transaction mo. Okay, requirement, journalize under cash flow hedge. Entries. Nung May 1, again, wala kang entry. Nung August 30, you have to remeasure based on the forward rate ka pa din. Forward rate, which is 1.51, naging 1.53. So, you have 0.02 times the 1 million foreign currency unit. You'll have debit OCI, credit foreign currency payable. Again, pagdating sa cash flow hedge, di ba pag ano isa? Kapag fair value hedge, lagi kang P&L at all times. Kapag cash flow hedge, mag-OCI ka up to the extent that it is effective. Kapag ineffective na siya, saka siya nagiging P&L. Okay. Ito ba at this time, effective pa siya? Yes, kasi bago pa lang mangyayari yung sale. So, August 30, kakapangyari pa lang no sale. So, effective siya until August 30. Kaya, other comprehensive income yung debit mo. And then, for the sale, syempre, pag nagbenta ka, debit AR 1,510,000 for the spot rate as of date of sale. Credit mo sana sales din na 1,510,000. Ang problema, hindi naman problema, actually magandang bagay siya. Kapag nag-cash flow hedge ka for forecasted sale, yung balanse ng OCI mo, isasara mo siya dun sa sales account. So, pwedeng debit AR credit sales 1,510. Tapos may additional entry ka, di ba? Debit yung OCI mo. Credit OCI, debit sales na 20,000. Net effect, debit AR 1,510. Credit OCI 20. Credit sales 1,490. And then, pagdating mo ng October 31, di ba tapos na yung sale mo? Deemed ineffective na yung yung forecasted transaction mo. So, yung changes dun sa forward contract mo, dapat ma-recognize mo na siya through P&L. That's why ang entry mo for the 1.53 versus 1.54 forward rates on August 30 versus October 31, 10,000. And then, yung net settlement sa'yo, debit forward contract payable, 30,000. Credit cash, 30,000. For your sales, di ba, nagbenta ka. Makaka-receive ka na ngayon ng cash, makaka-collect ka na. Ang ma-receive mong cash, yung spot rate as of date of collection. October 31, spot rate is 1.54. So, debit ka cash, 1,540,000. Credit ka ng AR. Magkano yung na-setup mong AR? 1,510. Then, credit ka ng forex gain, 30,000. For the remeasurement nung receivable mo. Okay? Then, the last problem is for speculation. Speculation, wala ka naman talagang underlying na transaction. Nag-speculate, ang underlying mo dito, yung ini-speculate mo na tataas or bababa. Pero actually, wala kang sale, wala kang purchase. So, on November 1, ABC concluded that the Thailand baht would weaken during the next 6 months because of a coup that transpired recently. Like, for example, yung sa Myanmar, di ba, may recent coup doon. So, ina-expect mo, pwedeng ikaw, as a forex trader, ina-expect mo, bababa siya. So, ang gagawin mo, you'll have a contract to sell. Speculation on November 1, 2020 to sell 1 million baht on April 30, 2021 at the forward rate. So, nag-speculate ka lang na to sell So, nag-speculate ka na bababa. Okay. Ngayon, journalize. For the forward contract, wala ka kasing transaction for the hedge item. So, dun ka sa hedging instrument. Debit forward. The amount of your loss is debit forex loss 23,000, credit forward contract receivable 12,000. For yung na-recognize mo previously the forward contract receivable, credit cash 11,000. So that's it. Thank you.